All right, number 11 for flexing not bending, we're going to continue on our hip mobility sequencing and stay in this forward position, but we're going to get a little bit more dynamic now and do the shin box, quasi shin box lift up, okay, or lift off. And we have this little kitty exactly where I need to be. Here we go. Here we go. All right, so let's start from the top. Hands behind us or in front, and just do the windshield wipers, right? That was the first part. Going back and forth. This is not a real-time routine yet, so that was the first part. The second part was to do the half shin box, so just to drop that knee. This is all internal rotation through the hip socket there. Now we're going to shift the legs. So we've started with this position of having the feet flat on the floor, and then shifting the legs from that base position. Now we're going to actually take the legs off and slide them. So if you have to slide back, that's fine. If you could do it upright, that's fine. You're going to slide the feet so that you get into this position of this closing of your legs together. Okay, so you have one leg that's simply coming across in front of you, and the other leg that's bent behind you. You may not feel anything here. Okay, this is not where we stay. All right, so this is just our setup. So we're moving into a more intentional movement of the legs to get ourselves in this position. Then we're going to lean forward in order to come up to both knees. And when you do so, because of this position here, when you're on the knees, your knees should pretty much remain aligned. The main point here is that we're still staying straight forward. So chest up, facing forward, and you want to go ahead and lean and bring the glutes into this to roll up onto the top of those knees. And that when you come up here, you still have this, the knees are pretty much in line with each other, but you're squeezing through that back glute, okay, in order to get full hip extension here. And you're going to hold that, but as you then descend, we don't just drop. We're going to hip hinge back. And if you want to use your fingers to outstretch them in front of you, so you can then think of the hips going in the opposite direction. So hip hinge back, very, very slowly and intentionally. And basically you're going to roll back down onto the floor, okay? So we would just roll back up using the strength of our glute to hold ourselves up into full hip extension. Hip hinge, reach in opposite directions, very, very slowly. Now to transition, again, we're going to do more of a sweeping motion with the feet in order to change that around, okay? So whatever, if you feel rocking, if you feel like you've shifted, just reset yourself. That's fine for now. Later on, as the hip mobility increases, you'll be able to find it much easier to do these transitions with your hips fixed on the floor and not shifting and lifting and twisting and turning and all of that, okay? At least unintentionally, okay? So it would be the same thing here. It would just be the other butt cheek that comes into play, okay? And you would feel that glute being on and that full hip extension here, okay? Slow descend. Okay, the slower you go, actually, the better. Okay, so that would be your, quasi shin box lift, okay? I'm gonna have to come up with a better name for that. Isn't he so cute? Isn't he so cute? My little gym cat. He's always in here whenever I'm in here.